Hello, everyone. As honorary patron of the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons, I'm delighted to extend warm greetings to everyone participating in this proud and inspiring tradition, the annual Great Valentine Gala. Tonight, we pay tribute to the recipients of the Corporate Awards, the King Clancy Awards, and the Honorable David C. Onley Award. We celebrate those who are leading the way, whose remarkable records of service stand as beacons of hope for us all. From my conversations with people across this province, I know that Ontarians believe that social inclusion is a pillar of a strong and healthy democracy, that a just and sustainable society is one where everyone has an equal opportunity to thrive and contribute. Certainly, the COVID-19 pandemic has illustrated that much work remains to bring about this kind of society, one that is more caring, compassionate, and above all, resilient. And so, as Her Majesty the Queen's representative, and on behalf of the people of Ontario, I salute tonight's award recipients for their vision, generosity, and unwavering dedication. Thank you for pointing the way forward, especially at this time of challenge. We all have so much to learn from you. And my deep gratitude as well goes to the Honorable Bim Kochar and everyone at the Foundation for your commitment to promoting accessibility across this country. Long may you advance this tremendously worthy cause in the service of a brighter, more inclusive future. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.
Distinguished guests, please welcome your host for the evening, Suhana Marchand.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 38th Annual Great Valentine Gala. And as always, this incredible event is brought to you by the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons, CFPDP. And once again, this year, the Great Valentine Gala is presented by Scotiabank, along with platinum sponsor Deloitte. We begin this evening by acknowledging the traditional keepers of this land, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, who are direct descendants of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We broadcast this event situated on their unceded territory. My goodness, I am so pleased to welcome you this evening on behalf of our entire gala team. Of course, we had hoped to see you in person, giving each other big, huge hugs, but we are so thankful that technology allows us to gather virtually, to gather safely as the pandemic continues to wane. Cross your fingers on that. This is my 26th year hosting the Great Valentine Gala. I know what you're thinking. She must have started when she was 5. You're absolutely right. But you know how that saying goes, right? Time flies when you're having fun. And I have to say, this event is a ton of fun. It gives me so much joy every single year. And besides that, how does anyone ever say no to Vim? You just cannot do it. So I am delighted and so proud to be here as your host again tonight. The sparkle, the glitter of this year's gala is on a screen instead of in a beautiful ballroom. But what shines the brightest is the support you continue to show for CFPDP. You being here virtually, that speaks volumes. And for that, we send our most heartfelt thanks. We will, of course, never forget the challenges of today, but we are always looking and moving towards a brighter future. Along the way, we will always take time to reflect on the progress we have made. We will always take time to honor the unheralded achievements of Canadians with disabilities, and we will celebrate those who are working hard to raise awareness, to create positive change. Now I'm going to ask you to buckle up and hang on to your seat because in a few moments, we're going to shift focus, put some real fun into this evening's event with our oh-so-popular game of chance. You know what I'm talking about, right? This time, it's a virtual version of Tombola minus those fantastic balloons, but it is coming your way shortly, so stay tuned. I know you do not want to miss it. It promises to be, as always, a fun part of tonight's celebration. Oh, and by the way, you could snag a Keurig coffee maker. How about a Niagara wine tour, autographed hockey sticks? And you know what else is pretty sweet? Thanks to the tremendous generosity of people like you and many incredible corporate donors, CFPDP has raised more than $35 million since it was founded in 1985. Did you catch that? More than $35 million. That deserves applause. And this money, it has helped to support many important national awareness campaigns and initiatives. It has made it possible for CFPDP to provide funding and support for essential programs and services, including accessible housing, including para-sports facilities. And CFPDP has done and continues to do so much more. Once again this year, we have made it really easy for you to give while you are participating in our virtual gala. Here's how it works. There's a donate button on the screen, and all you have to do is this. Click it. Why don't you try it right now? Just click it, and it will take you right to a donation page. Simple, you bet. In these challenging times, we certainly appreciate your continued support more than ever. So you know what? Please click the button. Give generously to an organization that is continuing, as you know, to make a real difference in the lives of people with disabilities. Have you participated in the Valentine Gala contest yet? Air Canada is a generous supporter of the 38th Valentine Gala. And tonight, we need a drum roll here, we're giving away 2 return economy class tickets valid for travel to any Air Canada destination worldwide. And that's valid until the end of this year, until December 31st, 2022. So go visit family. Now, if you haven't entered to win, check your event invitation or use the link under the donate button. The person who is responsible for launching CFPDP's Seat at the Table initiative back in 2019. Oh, he is so well known to all of us and so well loved by all of us. On top of this program that aims to increase representation of Canadians with disabilities on corporate boards, he is the driving force behind the Great Valentine Gala. And as always, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Toronto businessman, philanthropist, former Senator of Canada, and founder and chair of the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons. Ladies and gentlemen, what a privilege for me to introduce our first speaker this evening, the Honorable Vim Kochar.
Once again, it is with enormous pride that I stand here to welcome you and thank you for joining us from all across Canada this evening. We are so grateful that you have given our foundation opportunities for 38 wonderful years to carry the torch of disability on your behalf. For that trust, I thank you. I'm also here on behalf of 6.5 million Canadians living with disabilities to thank you all for your generous support for the Great Valentine Gala, which has continued for almost 4 decades. In 1984, 37 years ago, when the idea for the Great Valentine Gala was conceived, it was going to be a one-time event. We were hoping to raise $10,000 towards building accessible housing in Toronto for people with disabilities. Instead, we had raised $239,000. This made us even more committed to helping the disability community, and we set our goals high. Our objective became to make Canada the best country in the world for people with disabilities. We have successfully done that for 38 years and have raised over $35 million. These galas have become a beacon of hope and opportunity for 1 in 5 Canadians who live with disability. We are also changing the culture of corporate Canada. Every Canadian company is talking about diversity and inclusion, but there is often no focus on disability. We want to change that too. Our foundation has launched a dynamic and important campaign called A Seat at the Table, guided by a selection board of 13 prominent CEOs and senior executives. They are helping us to identify highly qualified candidates for corporate board positions. We will be celebrating 2 success stories this evening. All of you who are joining us, this is the time to reaffirm our faith that there is absolutely nothing that people with disabilities cannot do. That Paralympic gold is as big of an achievement as Olympic gold. That qualified people with disabilities, and there are plenty of them, should be sitting on the boards of Canadian companies. I would like to recognize our gala co-chair, Stephen Liptrap, President and CEO of LifeWorks, and Raj Vishwanathan, Group Head and CFO of Scotiabank. And I would like to congratulate our corporate award winners, American Express Canada and OpenText. The Honorable David C. Only Award winner, Tim Rose, and our 16 medal-winning athletes from Tokyo 2020 Paralympics, receiving King Clancy Awards and a check from the Podium Fund established by Scotiabank. Thank you for our MC of 26 years, Suhana Marchand, our gala chair, Tony White, the captain of our organizing team, Deborah Lewis, and our gala's foot soldier for 34 years, Rob Ham, along with all the members of the Foundation's board and all the sponsors and volunteers who have stood with us for the last 38 years. Thank you all for supporting us. Please keep helping and keep the flame lit, and together we will continue to make the difference. Thank you.
Who doesn't love that man? Vim Kochar, everyone. Thank you so much for everything you are doing, Vim, to raise awareness, to create opportunities, to further the rights of people with disabilities. He's amazing. That's all you have to say. Want to have some fun? Why don't we have some fun? That crowd-pleasing game of chance, Tombola. It is back. Of course, it's a little bit different because we are virtual. You know, you see that. But it means there are no balloons to pop. And don't you love that sound, that popping sound? People were using their heels and pins and all that kind of stuff. But here's the most important part. You still have a chance to win some fabulous prizes with our virtual wheel. So to learn more about the game and to purchase your $75 chance to spin the wheel and win, just click the Tombola button. But let me explain how the game works. The numbers on the wheel correspond with the number of prizes that are up for grabs this year. So 75 prizes in all, including a gourmet tea basket. How about a Mitch Marner jersey? I could wear that because I'm a total Leaf fan. Bone-conducting earbuds and a $600 gift certificate for Hashimoto Restaurant. The prizes, they go quickly, so do not delay. Don't say, oh, I'm going to do that later, and then they won't be there. So click the Tombola button at any time to purchase your chance at winning. You can even play after this broadcast. I mean, prizes will be available until they're not, until they sell out. And if you are a winner, you can pick up your prize at the CFPDP offices in Toronto. If that's not convenient, then you can arrange shipping. And once again, just to remind you, all funds raised go towards supporting important programs at CFPDP. So you can do that with really good conscience and make your heart swell. I know you miss those balloons. I do too, but this is a great way to play the game. Why don't we take the time now to honor our first award recipient as we present the Honorable David C. Onley Award. Ladies and gentlemen, our recipient for 2022 is Tim Rose. Tim was born with spastic quadriplegia. It's a form of cerebral palsy that affects both his arms and legs. His disability, he says, has given him so much in life, including a perspective and a lens on the world that very few people get to have. Tim is positive. He's a role model for so many people. He is powerful as a change maker and advocate to help people with disabilities. And Tim is a business leader as senior consultant of accessibility within CIBC's client experience team. And each day, Tim works passionately to advance accessibility, inclusion, and diversity initiatives. And this both in the bank and in the communities it serves. Among his goals, Tim hopes to make banking more inclusive for everybody. Tim hopes to create a more accessible world where there are fewer frustrations for people with disabilities. Striving to reach new heights is something Tim does with purpose, with positivity, and I have to add, with humor. Because sometimes Tim says all you can do is laugh. Tim does, however, take his work to create positive change very seriously. Early on, after facing the struggle to find meaningful work, he persisted. And that persistence, it paid off. Tim found success both as an entrepreneur and in employment consulting and mentoring. His goal was to support other individuals with disabilities, and support them he did, all while rising through the ranks of corporate Canada to reach his current role in the world of finance. Though today, in a way, Tim feels like he is still at the start of his career, still at the start of his dreams. So what does he do? He keeps pushing the envelope and doing things a little bit differently, all while reframing the way that people see disability. The Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons is pleased to present its 2022 Honorable David C. Onley Award to Tim Rose.
Thank you, Sue Hannah. And I would like to start by thanking the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons, Vim Kochar, and the Selection Committee for the honor of receiving the David C. Onley Award. When I was thinking about my remarks today, I wasn't thinking about moments or initiatives in my career that have impacted the disability community, but rather about people. People like my parents, Liz and Steve Rose, who raised me to push the envelope, or like my wife Natalie Rose, who has been my rock for the last 10 years, or career catalysts like Laura DeTore at CIBC, who took a chance on me and gave me an opportunity, seeing something in me that I don't think I saw in myself. And so this award isn't for me, it is for them, and the incredible community of people with disabilities that I've been lucky enough to be a part of for my entire life. Thank you to the Selection Committee, and thank you everybody.
Congratulations once again to Tim Rose, recipient of the 2022 Honorable David C. Onley Award. Time for a little entertainment. How about that? Martin Deschamps is a popular Quebec rock singer who has performed across Canada, in France, and at the Kennedy Center in Washington, following his performance at the opening ceremony of the Vancouver 2010 Paralympic Games. The award-winning singer has topped the charts, and his music also appears in films and on TV. Through his lyrics and his music, Martin demonstrates that we can all do what we set our minds to. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Martin Deschamps.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 38th Annual Great Valentine Gala. My name is Martin Deschamps. I come from Rawdon in Quebec. I'm a singer, a songwriter, a musician. I'm also a father of a great 18-year-old daughter, and I have a fantastic wife. My life is fantastic. Most of all, I'm a passionate guy, and as you can see, my passion is all about music. I was born physically challenged, but I was very lucky to grow in a loving family. My parents gave me all the tools and the liberty I needed to become the man I am today. I truly believe that everybody has the right to live their life to the fullest. Dreams and passions. That's what life and happiness is all about. Thanks to your great generosity for 38 years now, the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons can help more and more people living with disabilities to live better lives, to live in better conditions. You know, as a live performer, I really wish things can get back to normal as soon as possible because we want to be on stage. But tonight, I'm happy to sing for you virtually from my studio in Rawdon, with my good friend Bernard Casey on the piano. And even though times are pretty rough these days, I still believe we live in a wonderful world. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day or the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than we'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Stay safe, be generous. Yeah.
Martin Deschamps, he's fantastic, isn't he? Earlier this evening, I mentioned something called CFPDP's Seat at the Table initiative. You remember that, right? This project began in 2019 to help corporate Canada diversify their boards by recruiting candidates from the significant pool of talent in our disability community. At the time, CFPDP was unable to find a single person serving on a corporate board who identified as being disabled. CFPDP's goal is to see at least 1% representation. How have we done? Well, to give us a progress report, I'm very pleased to introduce Duncan Sinclair, Chair of Deloitte Canada and Chair of the Seat at the Table Selection Board.
Thank you, Suhana, and good evening, everyone. I'm Duncan Sinclair, Chair of Deloitte Canada and Chile. It is an honor to speak with you this evening. I wish I were delivering these remarks to you in person, but I'm hopeful that we will be able to gather in person once again to celebrate the important work of the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons in the years ahead. As Canadians, we view ourselves as being part of a diverse and progressive society. And while Canadians with disabilities make up 22% of our country's population, according to our research, they hold only 0.3% of Canadian corporate board seats. The Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons has challenged corporate Canada to welcome people with disabilities who possess the required competence, professional credentials, and proven business acumen to join their boards of directors. To truly benefit from the value of being equitable and inclusive as an organization, we need the leading organizations in corporate Canada to give people with disabilities a seat at the table. Now, over the last 2 years, we have been able to make some significant progress. Through the work of the CFPDP, approximately 150 highly qualified candidates with disabilities have expressed an interest in board positions. Candidates are being vetted by a selection board of 13 senior executives and CEOs, and 15 candidates have so far been selected to move forward. These efforts will help create better governance for our country's most important organizations, and in turn, help to create a more inclusive country for us all. For me, the greatness of Canada is about people who have the courage to champion a worthy cause. Together, we have the power to galvanize our communities, to build a brighter future and a more courageous shared destiny for all. To quote the late Helen Keller, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." Thank you.
One of the highlights of the Great Valentine Gala is the awards presentation, and we're going to move now to the corporate side. We are celebrating the achievements of 2 companies this year, American Express Canada and Open Text. Our honorary co-chairs, Raj Vishwanathan, Group Head and Chief Financial Officer at Scotiabank, and Stephen Liptrap, President and Chief Executive Officer at LifeWorks, are our presenters.
Thank you, Suhana, and good evening. I have the pleasure to introduce the recipient of the first 2022 Corporate Award. Each year, CFPDP presents a corporate award to recognize Canadian companies and organizations that are making a difference. Their cultures and exemplary actions support people with physical disabilities. These are groups with genuine vision, companies that lead by example to create positive change, welcoming environments, stronger communities, and a more inclusive society. The first recipient of our 2022 CFPDP Corporate Award is American Express Canada. The company is being honored for its inclusive culture. The award also celebrates the diverse representation on the American Express Canada Board of Directors. They are one of the few known Canadian companies to have a director with a disability. Gaurav Upadhyay, a top executive at Foresters Financial, contracted polio when he was just 3 years old. He has walked with crutches and leg braces ever since. Recently, Upadhyay was chosen from a pool of board candidates that was intentionally diverse, intentionally sought out for their expertise, qualifications, and different lived experiences. With this background, there is no doubt that Upadhyay is highly qualified to serve in this capacity. And by appointing him, American Express Canada is leveraging the rich, untapped talents of board members with disabilities. The Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons is pleased to present the first of two 2022 corporate awards to the American Express Canada team. Accepting the award on behalf of the company is Lisa Callans, President and CEO, American Express Canada.
Thank you for the introduction and your kind words, Raj. I am so honored to accept this year's CFP-DB Corporate Award, which recognizes American Express Canada's efforts to increase representation of persons with disabilities among our board members. Following an extensive search process that identified a diverse group of highly skilled candidates, Gaurav Upadhyay was appointed to the Amex Bank of Canada board in July 2021. And while it's only been 6 short months since his appointment, Gaurav's impact has been profound. In this time, he's offered invaluable insights on risk management and the regulatory environment, and has also generously shared his story of hard work and resilience with our Canadian colleagues. And while we're incredibly fortunate to welcome Gaurav, I was alarmed to learn that he is only the 7th identified person with disabilities on a Canadian corporate board. At American Express, we know that diverse backgrounds and experiences contribute to strong innovation and a great colleague experience. Our board members play a key role in building this inclusive environment that ultimately drives performance and results. Beyond that, more than 6.2 million Canadians live with some form of disability. It is vital that this group is represented at all levels of leadership, since it allows other individuals inside and outside of our organization to feel seen, represented, and know that they too can thrive at American Express Canada. While I'm proud to be acknowledged for our progress, I know our diversity, equity, and inclusion journey at Amex is not over. We continue to strive for more representation and diversity at all levels of our organization, because we know that when colleagues feel like they truly belong, we all win. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Gaurav Upadhyay. I'm the Global Chief Actuary and Chief Risk Officer at Forsters Financial. After working for over 25 years in international life insurance organizations in actuarial and risk management leadership roles, and for the past 7 years on nonprofit boards supporting diversity and inclusion in leadership, I want to make a broader impact by working at the corporate board level. This would allow me to grow new skills and networks while providing a fresh perspective, as I bring not only my professional experience, but also my lived experience. That includes, at the age of 3, having contracted polio and walking with crutches and leg braces since, and at the age of 12, immigrating to Canada with my parents. I feel very fortunate to have joined the board of Amex Bank of Canada last summer. I'm able to use my professional skills in new ways, as it is a regulated Canadian bank within an organization that spans the globe. It is also very committed to principles of equity, diversity, and inclusion. And so I feel I can contribute by supporting and giving voice to more diverse groups, including people with different abilities. Many thanks to my amazing colleagues at Forsters Financial for all of their support in my taking on this new challenge. To Lisa Callans and the leadership at Amex Bank of Canada for giving me a seat at their board table. And to BIM and CFPDP for championing more people with disabilities to get a seat at many other board tables.
Good evening. I have the pleasure to introduce the recipient of the second 2022 Corporate Award. More than 6 million Canadians aged 15 and over, that's 22% of the population, identify as having a disability. Actual numbers are likely to be even higher. And yet, as we've heard, although we've made some progress, an incredibly small number of corporations have welcomed disabled Canadians into their boardrooms. The second recipient of our 2022 CFP-DP Corporate Award is OpenText. OpenText is being honored for creating a culture that welcomes and supports everyone, regardless of their unique abilities. This has been achieved at every level in the organization, including the board of directors. In September 2018, a retired Major General was appointed to the OpenText board. He has 30 years of distinguished military service, and an impressive business background as a company founder and executive leader. What most people did not know is that Major General Fraser also has a disability, significant hearing loss from serving as an infantry officer during the Yugoslavian Civil War. For years, he did not talk about his disability, but today he is talking about it openly for the very first time. You may be wondering why now. The answer is simple. He feels valued and accepted at OpenText because of their inclusive culture. And he wants to help end the stigma that other people with invisible disabilities may feel at times. OpenText, he says, really believes in having people who are different around the table, who can all contribute to a conversation that supports management and the shareholders. The company embraces diversity, values its people, and fosters an authentic, welcoming environment. The Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons is pleased to present its second 2022 corporate award to the team at OpenText. Accepting the award on behalf of the company is Mark Beranger, Chief Executive Officer and Chief Technology Officer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry that we are unable to gather in Toronto to celebrate in person. And I look forward to a time in the very near future when we're able to do so once again. On behalf of 15,000 OpenText employees located in 34 countries around the world, I am honored to be accepting the 2022 Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons Corporate Award. I must first thank the CFPDP for this very special recognition. Under the leadership of Vim Kochar, the Great Valentine Gala has grown from modest beginnings in 1985 to now serving as your largest annual fundraiser, raising tens of millions of dollars across 38 years. Just an amazing, amazing achievement. Here at OpenText, we believe the future of growth needs to be both inclusive and sustainable, and that those in a position to change the world for the better should. We are dedicated to creating a work environment and culture that is inclusive of everyone, and only through diversity can we achieve our full potential. The CFPDP is doing incredible work by encouraging corporations to include people with disabilities at every level of the organization, and to make Canada a leader in this very important mission. We each have a role to play, and we are honored to play our part in this critically important work. I must take a moment to acknowledge and thank David Fraser, who is a member of the OpenText Board of Directors. The leadership that David has demonstrated in promoting leadership, diversity, and inclusivity in the workplace is remarkable. He is a passionate advocate for changing the status quo and pushing organizations like ours to think differently and to always be dreaming big. Thank you, David. Thank you for helping OpenText and to shape our culture and to always be bettering our best. I see so much cause for optimism in the years ahead, with a future that is more purposeful, more inclusive, and more sustainable. We are all in to create a better future. So thank you again for this recognition and for the important work you are doing to create positive change in a world that supports everyone. Have a great evening.
It is time for another musical break from Martin Deschamps, the Quebec rocker who is proving where there is a will, there is a way.
Hello again, everyone. Martin Deschamps here with my good friend Bernard Casey on the piano. It's great to see our 2022 King Clancy Award are the medal winners for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Congratulations! Paralympics are very exciting. I had the chance to be part of the 2010 Paralympics opening ceremonies in Vancouver, performing in front of 65,000 people in the BC Place Stadium. It was just awesome. And by the way, good luck to our Beijing Paralympians. I would also like to thank the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons, the CFPDP, for having us tonight. Thank you very much. And now, let's rock the house. Oh, yeah. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. Oh, baby, I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Well, the place is always crowded, but you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry out in the gloom. They get so lonely, baby. They get so lonely. They get so lonely they could die. Well, the bellhop still keep flowing, and the desk clerks dressed in black. They've been so down on Lonely Street, ain't never coming back. And they get so lonely, baby. They'll get so lonely. They'll be so lonely they could die. Oh, come on, Bernie. Oh, yeah. Oh, if your baby leaves you and you got a tale to tell, just get yourself down Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. And they get so lonely, baby. Oh, they get so lonely. They'll be so lonely they could die. All right. Woo. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. Be generous. Be safe. Peace.
I hope you were dancing your feet off there. Time to maybe take a break, because we're going to honor the 2022 King Clancy Award recipients. To do that, I'd like to introduce you to our presenter, Rob Snook. Rob is a 3-time Paralympian and a world championship medalist from the sport of track and field. He is a mainstay at CBC Television Sports as a commentator and reporter on the Olympic and Paralympic Games. Rob is also a director of the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons.
The Olympic Winter Games are in full swing right now in China, and next month, the Paralympic Games will take over the venues in Beijing. But tonight, we'd like to honor Canada's medal winners from last summer's Paralympic Games in Tokyo. As a nation, Canada won 22 medals from 16 different athletes, and all 16 will be presented as King Clancy Award winners tonight and given a check to help with the cost of their sport.
Shine like the star you are. You shine. You know it's in your heart. You shine. Shine like the star you are. Shine. You know it's in your heart. Chase your dream. Don't give up your star. So
We start with the sport of judo, and a talented athlete from Sarnia, Ontario. Priscilla Gagne is held in such high regard by her peers that she was named Canada's flag bearer for the opening ceremony in Tokyo. And then, competing in her second Paralympic Games, Priscilla went on to win her first Paralympic medal, a silver in the women's 52 kilogram division. Our first King Clancy winner, Priscilla Gagne.
I am so excited and can speak on behalf of all of the Paralympic medalists when I say thank you to Scotiabank for funding this award for the last 17 years, and we hope that you continue to fund and support us Paralympians. And thank you to the Canadian Foundation of Persons with Physical Disabilities for initiating the King Clancy Award and for taking the time and the resources to honor us in celebration this evening.
From the sport of cycling, from Cranbrook, British Columbia, the Kootenays, Tristan Chernov. Tristan blasted his way into the final in the individual pursuit C1 event at the Aizu Velodrome and came home with a silver from Tokyo, making it 4 Paralympic medals for this talented cyclist who's also the president and CEO of Elevate Airports Incorporated. King Clancy Award winner, Tristan Chernov. From Calgary, Alberta, Kate O'Brien. Kate knows elite sport. She represented Canada in bobsleigh internationally, and then wore the maple leaf for Canada at the Rio Olympic Games in cycling. After a serious accident, she was able to return to elite sport and become a world champion and then represent Canada in Tokyo at the Paralympic Games. It's a remarkable story. In Tokyo, she raced to a silver medal in the C4, C5 time trial, and we congratulate King Clancy Award winner, Kate O'Brien. From Midale, Saskatchewan, cyclist Keely Shaw. Keely's a University of Saskatchewan kinesiology graduate who did her thesis on something related to dark chocolate and athletic performance. Sounds fascinating. Sounds delicious. In Tokyo, Keely beat her Australian rival in the bronze medal C4 pursuit race, earning her first Paralympic medal, adding to the silver she won at the World Championships in 2019. King Clancy Award winner, Keely Shaw.
I just want to say thank you to everybody at the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons. Not only for the recognition of the time and effort that went into winning Canada's first medal at the Tokyo Paralympics, but also just for everything that you do for people with a physical disability here in Canada. Your work often goes under the radar, but we are so thankful for everything that you do. So I am so honored to receive this award, and thank you so much.
From triathlon, this athlete has represented the University of Calgary along with his able-bodied teammates. Stefan Daniel has represented Canada at 2 Paralympic Games, winning medals in both. In Rio, in 2016, it was silver, and in Tokyo, it was a hard-fought bronze. He's won 4 para-triathlon world championships and has his sights set on the Paris Paralympic Games, now just about 2.5 years away. King Clancy Award winner, Stefan Daniel.
Hi everyone. Just wanted to thank you guys so much for the award. Pretty excited to be receiving this again, along with incredible group of athletes that are getting it as well. And it's too bad we can't meet in person this year, but I'm sure the online format will be awesome as well. So thank you guys again. This is an honor that I'll hold with me forever. So I really appreciate it.
From the sport of athletics, track and field, just 20 years of age, from Markham, Ontario, Zachary Gingras. He's a member of the IB Fast Track Club, and he is. Zachary blasted to a personal best time of just over 53 seconds in the 400 meters T38 category, taking Paralympic bronze in Tokyo. He's young, he's talented, and I suspect we haven't seen the last of him. King Clancy Award winner, Zachary Gingras. Also from athletics, sprinter Marissa Papakonstantinou from Toronto. Tokyo was her second Paralympic Games. She made the team as a 16-year-old in Rio. Last summer, using a state-of-the-art running blade, Marissa blasted to a bronze medal in the T64 100-meter final. You've probably seen her on TV doing commercials for her sport, and you'll probably see her a whole lot more. She's studying journalism at Ryerson University. King Clancy Award winner, Marissa Papakonstantinou. From athletics, Victoria, BC's Nate Reich. Nate comes from a proud sports family. His parents were both elite track athletes, and his grandfather played in the NHL for the Maple Leafs, no less. Nate went to Tokyo with the pressure of having won gold at the 2019 World Championships in the T38 1500-meter event. Did it get to him? Not even close. On September 4th, 2021, Nate Reich blitzed the field, winning 1500-meter gold in 3 minutes, 58 seconds, over 4 seconds faster than the silver medalist, King Clancy Award winner, Nate Reich.
Just want to give a big thank you to the great Valentine Gala for awarding me the King Clancy Award. It means a lot to me for many reasons, one of them being Mr. Clancy played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and so did my grandpa, and my grandpa knew his son, and so that was a really cool connection, and as well as just what the award means. It really reflects leadership and being a role model, and I think you don't coin yourself being a role model, but I'm so thankful that someone thinks that I am that, and it's such an honor, and there's just so much hard work went into my Paralympic year, and just had such a great team behind me, and so to be awarded this, and to for people to see the hard work that my team and I put in, it's such an honor.
If we were inside the Royal York this year, our next winner would probably be the tallest guy in the room. Kamloops species Greg Stewart is a mountain of a man, a shot putter who came home from the last World Championships with silver, but in Tokyo, he was unbeatable. On his very first throw of the final, Greg launched the shot put 16 meters 75, earning Paralympic gold, a brilliant performance for King Clancy Award winner Greg Stewart. Greg's roommate in Tokyo had an amazing games as well. Brent Lakatos is a pro's pro when it comes to wheelchair racing. He trains and races all over the world and has won international events as short as the 100 meters and as long as the London Marathon. In Tokyo, he ripped his way to silver medals in the 100 meters and 400 meters, and then gritted his way to silver medals in the 800 and the 1500 meters. 4 medals, and now a grand total for Brent Lakatos of 11 Paralympic medals over 5 games. He's a wheelchair racing superstar. Congratulations to King Clancy Award winner Brent Lakatos.
Hello, my name is Brent Lakatos, and I wanted to say a big thank you to the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons. This year to be included among the King Clancy Award winners is a great honor, and so a big thank you goes out to the Foundation for everything they do, and a big congratulations also to all the other award winners. Thanks.
Now our swimmers. Calgary's Morgan Bird has been part of the national team program for a decade. She's been an individual medalist at the Para-Pan Am Games, the World Championships, and the Commonwealth Games. In Tokyo, competing in her 3rd Paralympics, the speedy freestyler helped Canada take bronze in the 4x100 meter relay, a hard-fought first Paralympic medal for her. Congrats to King Clancy Award winner, Morgan Bird.
Hello everyone, my name is Morgan Bird and I'm a Paralympic swimmer. I would like to thank the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons for presenting me with the King Clancy Award this year. I am truly honored to be a recipient. Thank you.
Our next athlete is still in her teens, the pride of Moncton, New Brunswick. Danielle Doris came home from Tokyo with 2 medals. In the S7 100 meters backstroke, she grabbed silver, getting out-touched by her American rival Mallory Wegerman for gold. And then, a few days later, it was the Canadian who made no mistake in the S7 50-meter butterfly final, not only beating the American, but beating everyone else and setting a new world record. Gold and silver for King Clancy Award winner Danielle Doris. Sabrina Duchesne is a swimmer from St. Augustine, Quebec. She's a two-time Paralympian. She was a medalist at the Para-Pan Am Games in Toronto in 2015 when she was only 14 years young. Last summer in Tokyo, the 20-year-old swam to several personal bests and Canadian records and inspired performances, including helping Canada take bronze in the 4x100 meter freestyle relay. Congratulations to King Clancy Award winner Sabrina Duchesne.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Duchesne, and I just want to say thank you for this award. Sadly, I don't have it with me right now, but I can't wait to receive it. Winning a medal in Tokyo was just so exceptional, and having this award after just makes it even more special. Thank you.
Also from Canada's strong swim team, Katarina Roxon, the pride of Kippens, Newfoundland. Katarina is a 4-time medalist at the World Championships. When she dove in the pool in Tokyo, it was her 4th time representing Canada at the Paralympic Games. Her career includes gold in the 100 breaststroke in Rio in 2016, and then in Tokyo, she helped Canada to that precious bronze medal in the 4x100 meter relay. Congratulations to King Clancy Award winner Katarina Roxon.
Hi everyone, my name is Katarina Roxon. I'm a 4-time Paralympic swimmer. I want to say thank you so much to the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons for presenting me with the King Clancy Award this year. I'm truly humbled and blessed. Thank you all for your amazing support.
Our next athlete is from Quebec City, Nicolas Guy Turbide. He was a bronze medalist in the S13 100 meter backstroke at the Rio Paralympics, and then a silver medalist in that same event at the Tokyo 2020 Games. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see him trying to chase down one step higher and gold in the backstroke in Paris 2024. Congratulations to King Clancy Award winner Nicolas Guy Turbide.
Thank you to the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons for their support to all Tokyo Paralympic medalists. As a young swimmer, I never would have expected to reach the Paralympic Games. Now, many years later, I've had the chance to take part in 2 games and reach 2 podiums. Beyond the medals, sport has given me a voice to motivate Canadians to get involved in sport and inspire the next generation of para-athletes in Canada.
And our final athlete honoree tonight has been making noise since winning her first Paralympic medal at the age of 16 in London in 2012. Since then, Quebecois Aurélie Rivard has kept piling up the hardware. In Tokyo, she added an incredible 5 more medals to her haul, including gold in the S10 100 meters and 400 meter freestyle events to give her a grand total of 10 Paralympic medals, and she's only 25. One of the very best, King Clancy Award winner, Aurélie Rivard. And those are Canada's medal winners and King Clancy Award winners for 2022. Congratulations to all.
Once again, congratulations to American Express Canada and Open Text, and to all of our award winners tonight. And you know what? Here we are once again at the close of another fantastic, great Valentine Gala. We look forward to seeing you in person, I hope so, in 2023, and to bringing back all the glitter, all the glamour, all the hugs, as I say, all the balloons that we all enjoy so much. And by then, we hope to have more people with disabilities sitting around corporate boardroom tables as the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons continues to challenge corporate Canada and change the way we think about disabilities. CFPDP could not do all that they do without you, of course, without your help. So at this time, let me say a heartfelt thank you to all of the generous sponsors who continue to support the Canadian Foundation for Physically Disabled Persons. Presenting sponsor, Scotiabank. Platinum sponsor, Deloitte. Gold sponsor, Qatari Group. National media sponsor, Post Media, the National Post and AMI Media. Silver sponsor, CHKC, GVTV Gone Viral, and the Hal Jackman Foundation. And bronze sponsors, American Express Canada, the Asper Foundation, Commodities Handlers Inc., CIBC, CNIB, Foresters Financial, ICICI Bank Canada, Larry and Judy Tannenbaum Family Foundation, LifeWorks, Magna, March of Dimes Canada, Mark Wafer, McDonald's Canada, Meridian Credit Union, Open Text, Rexall Pharmacies, Ryerson University, Shelter Canadian Properties Limited, the Waugh Family Foundation, Tim Hortons, University of Toronto, Scarborough, and the WCPD Foundation. And a big thank you to all of our other supporters as well.
I am very grateful to our entire team for pulling together to present tonight's wonderful gala against incredible odds. I want to add my congratulations to all the award winners this evening as well. It is their achievements that inspire us and keep us going. And now it's my pleasure to honor and thank Suhana, our MC for over 25 years, and present this small token of our great appreciation.
I have a big smile underneath this mask, Tony.
I can
Thank
see.
you so much.
You're welcome.
These
Thank
are
you.
beautiful. You know what? Thank you, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony White, tonight's gala chair. That is it for this year. I mean, what a fabulous event. I know we're virtual. Nobody wants to do that. We all want to be in person. But thank you so much for taking the time from your living room or your kitchen or wherever you're watching to be a part of this, for joining us, for supporting us, for being with us tonight. You know, success is partly, it's just showing up, right? You showed up. So why don't we close off with one last song from Martin Deschamps, tonight's musical entertainer. And we look forward, don't we, to being
do.
together in the
Absolutely.
same room so we're not standing 6 feet
Absolutely.
apart. We don't have to elbow bump. Yeah. But until then, and it's coming, keep well, stay healthy, and in the spirit of our gala, happy Valentine's Day. Look at these, they're beautiful. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care.
Mon oiseau moqueur, tu vas quitter le nid. Tu sais que je t'aime et je t'aimerai toute ma vie. Ma pluie, mon soleil, en bel arc-en-ciel. Le temps est venu de déployer tes ailes.
Ready to go now. Ooh, oh, décollage solo.
Peace and love, love, love. Tu dois trouver ta voie. Prends soin de la planète. On fait pour toi. Ce que tu donnes, donnes, donnes. Ça te reviendra. Peace and love, love, love. Jusqu'au bout des doigts.
L'avenir m'appelle. Je veux rien manquer. C'est pas la peine. Oh, de t'en faire pour moi. J'ai eu la chance de grandir à tes côtés. J'suis peut-être pas un ange, mais je veux m'envoler. Ready to go now. Ooh, oh, décollage en solo.
Peace and love, love, love. Tu dois trouver ta voie. Prends soin de la planète. On fait pour toi. Ce que tu donnes, donnes, donnes. Ça te